Hello everyone. We return to Steel Division. We return to the top game of Division 3 Group B between Crippling Divsion and White Eagle. And depending on this game, it depends on who gets first place, as White Eagle can overtake Crippling Divsion, and Gensei could battle it out as well. If White Eagle and Crippling Divsion tie, then it's Gensei's time to shine, maybe. He still can get up to 12 points anyway. So he could still overtake Crippling Divsion even if he wins, but it would be much harder then. So yeah. And yeah, he can overtake White Eagle even if he wins, but yeah. These three are most likely getting through, but depending on the game we'll see the games we will see right now. We will see who gets through at what spot. So it's a really important game here. Hello, White Eagle. Yeah. Well, we will see. No spoilers, please. So yeah. Replaced. Here we go. Wait, give me a second. Gotta activate my little bot. So that you guys can type in all the good stuff in the chat. Wait, what did I do? That's where we gotta go. And then our little bot should come around the corner in a second. Yeah. Wait. Did I? No, White Eagle was Crippling Divsion. There we go. Game 1. We go to Orsha North. I hope you all stick with me. As we are here on Orsha North with White Eagle and Crippling Divsion. So yeah, on the left side in red, we got Crippling Divsion as the good old Lovash. They got nerfed a bit though, so we'll see how he can play it out with them. But on the right side, we have his opponent, also playing a German, or an Axis division rather. So we have a mirror match kinda here. With White Eagle playing Fallschirmpanzer Hermann Göring. Yeah, the only good old map of Orsha North. Staple of the Steel Division 2 competitive scene, as it is nearly perfectly mirrored. One of the few maps that has that function, or basically the only map, I guess, is nearly perfectly mirrored. So yeah. Oof. And White Eagle brings in the big boy from the get-go. We only see him as a ghost so far, but this is the Storm Tiger, boys. And Storm Tigers just wanna have fun. There will be some big explosions flying around. There's a lot of BMWs, motorbikes, a lot of kind of a biker gang coming up here with an anti-tank rifle and 5 Langjorok flamethrowers. So yeah, those might be bad for Red Eagle, as he doesn't have. Oh, he has some Storm Pioneer. Storm Pioneers and some assault strippers. So yeah, he has some of his own units as well. His flamethrowers are in the south. So flame. With 7, the motorbike gang gets bigger and bigger, guys. These are the bad boys with leather jackets, I would say. Coming in there, to arrest this town. Will there some heroes, a white eagle, come up and save this town from the evil biker gang? I fear not, because this is a German Axis division, so yeah, no, not many heroes there. Like 41, 88mm. Guys, it's annoying to be allergic against your own cat. Like coming back home and realizing you're now allergic against your own cat. Pretty annoying. Like, I wasn't allergic when I lived here, but now, after coming home to my parents' place, like where I grew up, I'm now allergic against my own damn cat. So yeah, if I have red eyes on streams, it's not because I cry so much, but rather because the cat is killing me with his hairs. Yeah. Well, at least he's not allowed in this room, so it should get fine. But I just fought with him, and now yeah, and yeah, he will get rid of himself at some point in the relatively near future. He's 21 years old, like he's as old as I am. So yeah, or maybe a bit younger. We got him as we got him from a what are they called in English? Tierheim, like where thrown out cats and dogs get taken care of. Just can't get the name, but yeah, we got him there, and they told us he was 9 years old when I was 9 years old. So yeah, maybe he's a bit younger than they guessed him, but still he's then right around 20, most likely over 20. His name is Jamie, and now I don't have a photo of him. Or do I? Well, I have a pretty cute photo of him and me. Might show it to you guys later. Okay. Yeah, but the Americans at least took an eagle that is local to them. I mean, the Germans also have an eagle, right? Eagle is a pretty basic symbol. I think the German eagle comes from the Holy Roman Empire, which saw themselves also as a follow-up of the Empire, Roman Empire. So I guess all the eagles have Roman background. I mean, the Russian eagle from the old Moscovian flag also came from there, as they saw themselves as the follow-up of the Eastern Roman Empire. So yeah. Still better than a rooster as a national animal. Those Frenchies. So maybe the English lion was cooler. Don't know. So yeah. Your number is growing slowly but surely. Bit weird though that it's that low. That good to have you here. Also spotted C Hunter. Doesn't want to say hello today though, seems like. Some Toldies, some Livish, some Hujar, Golio Zorok, and a couple of Hujarax. Let's see if Like, yeah, the infantry of Lovesh is pretty nasty. See if Crippling Divsion can find an answer to that. He got rid of his Storm Tiger. I'm a bit sad about that. I'd love to see that big boy just annihilating parts of this town. Oh, also, there's a new YouTube video coming up after this stream, most likely, or like shortly after this stream. Like I scheduled it for 9 p.m. So yeah, if you want to see more of mine stuff and you missed the stream yesterday, it was a great game between Fruit Lord and Pixie, which was really important for Group 1 of that. I might cast Tomasz versus Yadris after this. This is an important series as well, but yeah, we will see. And here we go. White Eagle being aggressive in the north. Relatively defensive setup in the south. Yeah, I didn't spoke about... Okay, so yeah, White Eagle has to be aggressive as he plays Vanguard against Lovesh that comes in with balanced. So Crippling Divsion has the time on his side here. Building with a relatively defensive setup. Yeah, on the outside, White Eagle bringing in a lot of stuff everywhere. Yeah, bring in the units up in the north. Is MG unloaded? Well, it seems like he wants to push in the north. And I guess that could be possible with 231, a T-34, got a couple of flame weapon units. Flag 41 goes a bit too far forward for my liking. Don't know, I don't like it as a support gun. Takes a lot of stress damage. Poldy survives the engagement. But lucky there for Crippling Divsion. Yeah, here we go. Good smoke usage. Yes, tries to get in range. Loses a couple of flamme weapons already though. Needs another smoke grenade. Gets in range. Don't know why the Storm Pioneer is not engaging. He was in range with them already, but then he went away again. It was a bit of a mistake. Storm Tiger coming in. Don't know for what. He loses flags in the middle. Brings in a strip in there. Don't know what the Storm Tiger tries to do now. I guess the same as before, but he doesn't have any spotting stuff here. Or not too much. Spearwagon is awfully close here. Might work out in the end though. Yeah, surrenders to Hussars. Tries to go for this flag over here. But a couple of Turans coming up. Would like to see this T-34 actually sitting down on this road. Trying to block it. Couple of Panzer Grenadiers coming up. We got 231s and the mortar half track. Yeah, the flamme weapons have to sit in the forest. You don't want to cap them at the... Good smoke there. Getting it back into the forest. Yeah, some Ersatztruppen, I guess, to buffer would be nice. Like, always bring, like, yeah, bring one less flamer, bring one Ersatztruppen to buffer the damage, and then you have still two flamethrowers behind them. Levesh, Husarok, a couple more flamers down here. As those flamers are really good in dealing out damage and pinning units, but they are pretty fragile, as you can see. And yeah, the Husaroks and Levesh of the Hungarians also deal a lot of damage, so you have to be careful. And this is a pretty strong force of Crippling Divsion here, moving up. Couple of more Panzer Grenadiers coming up in the north. 2-3-1s trying to engage with the transports here. Don't get it killed though. And now the Turins come in. Yeah, that's why I said the T-34 would have been nice down there. Pensacola is now coming up. They're not the perfect CQC units though. Would rather have them over here in one of these buildings and then engaging on long range with their 2 MG42s. Let's see. Terrans still are pretty dangerous for T-34, as they can pin it down relatively quickly with their extreme fire rate. Especially if they allow the Lurvish to come get closer. Lurvish are really solid 20-point infantry. Like, they don't have an MG, sure, but they have 13 men, a Panzerfaust, and the FGs are not the greatest guns, but they're okay. Yeah, 13 men manpower. That's really what the Lurvish shines in. The amount of mans they can get on the field. It's pretty ridiculous. Like the Hujaroks have 16 men. The Hujar Galyarchok with the 3 MGs also have 13 men. So yeah, all of their squads are bigger than usual. That's Triple trying to get in. Getting a bit too close for comfort though. Getting a bit wiped out in the open there. And Zakranius engaging the Lurvish. And Zakranius back in the building over here. CKFZ getting ready. Yeah, but Viking Eagle is the guy with the Vanguard, so he needs to get stuff killed now to capture more flags. He captures 2 flags in the south, which is good, as at least he brings it back to 12-12. Captures the flag pack as well, but he actually, like, yeah, he lost a flag over here, which cost him. I don't know what the other flag. Oh, he lost a flag over here as well. Yeah, those 2 flags cost him the lead. And yeah, don't see him getting these back anytime soon. Loses the Pentagon and he has that strip over here. Yeah, I think the mortar half-track is a good idea. Don't know why he brings it in here though, as he is not fighting over here. Would rather see it over here to support his engagement or down in the south to get back this town. Over here it just pins down units and maybe deals a bit of damage to them that they're not really doing anything anyways. Yeah, he got forced back out of these points, so now it's back to 14-10 for Crippling Divsion, who is already leading. And who has the balance income, so his late game will be stronger. Stompania is getting closer, engaging the Langjok. At least, no, he lost the flag somewhere else again. Yeah, it's still 14-10. But at least he kind of deals with this over here. As the pioneers get in the wrong building. Well, at least the Jarks come to them. Looks like. Or no. They're actually moving away. Good move there by Crippling Divsion. Try to get him out of there. Not getting flamed. Bit of a misplay there by Eagle. Get these units in the wrong building. Also a mistake of him. Always having the leader in front. That is the 3rd time I saw that this game. Yeah, he's in trouble in the north. He's a big trouble in the north. Close to lose this flag over here as well. Yeah, it's back to 59 already. Yeah, this mortar half-track didn't do much. Storm Tiger at least does something. And the T-34s over here help out as well. But yeah, loses all the units up here. Brings now a lot of infantry to try to get this north back. But his whole south is collapsing for that. Like, really, his whole south. He doesn't have any units left here. Finally brings the mortar half-track in where it matters. Should move it a bit closer so that it has the radio range. Sorry. Yeah, he wins the north now. And he wins the north hard, pretty much. But he is in a lot of trouble in the south. And he cannot afford to be behind in the early game, as he is the Vanguard player here. My allergy is really kicking in. I shouldn't have played with my cat, guys. Yeah. Another threat? What? What a ping there by Crippling Depression. But yeah, clean cut game. Everyone who wants to learn some Lovesh and, like, yeah, doesn't have the micro of the pro players. Crippling Depression doesn't have the micro either, but he has the positioning that you need for that. And he pretty much showed us how Supreme Infantry plays works out. And yeah, how to punish guys. Like, yeah, White Eagle said in the chat, you missed the manpower. And yeah, Crippling Depression punished him badly for that. A bit misplayed by White Eagle, but extremely supreme played by Crippling Depression especially. So yeah, really clean cut there. Wins with a balanced game against the deck, against the Vanguard deck in A phase basically. So yeah, supreme game there by Crippling Depression. Eliminating the T-34s with the bomber as well, as we realized there was no AA available for White Eagle. Yeah, could have done the same with the Storm Tiger, but didn't seem it worthy to deal with it. And yeah, the Storm Tiger is always a huge investment, so either use it with your forces and then really make the breakthrough, or don't use it at all. But that was game number 1, which already makes clear that Crippling Depression will finish ahead of White Eagle, as White Eagle is 1 point behind. That's their last game. But White Eagle at least could get it a tie in game number 2, so that he gets a couple more points and has better chances to stay in front of Gensei. So we will return to that in a second. We'll send you guys into a short ad break. We'll do some sports on my body, like some 4 minutes, 5 minute break, so my body stays stays active. My mind stays active because, yeah, I'm not standing at my desk here. I only have a sitting desk, and that's not good for me in the long run. So better for you, for the stream, better for everything if I take a short break. Yeah, I hope you sit through the ad break. So you in a second. guys, return. And first of all, a bit of advertisement again. If you want to support the tournament directly, feel free to support us via Maturino, or the tournament via Maturino, prize pool. We're still going for the $350 stretch goal. It would be really cool if we could get that, so that people are more motivated to finish the last couple of group games, and there's also a couple more lucky guys, because with 350, we would add a second lottery ticket, giving out $20 to one of the guys playing a tournament who have finished all their group games. As of now, we only have one of the lottery tickets and some money for the first place and the second place. First place of all the lower divisions, and then first to sixth place for the first division, with the winner at the moment taking a 48 94 $84 that way around, and the second place taking $52, third place 31, as you can see here. But yeah, it would be really cool if we could get that a bit higher. Maybe also getting the first place above $100. And then yeah, $501 would be really amazing. That would be huge. But yeah, that would be a big dream. And then also, yeah, other ways via Patreon or via Twitch if you want to subscribe or anything. And yeah, with that, we return into game number 2 of White Eagle versus Crippling Depression. And GG. Yeah, big shout out to everyone who already supported it. Oh god, I hope I don't totally die here. As we return, sorry guys for that. As we return to Gora Cavaria, together with Crippling Depression and White Eagle. And it's again Crippling Depression in red, but this time it's a real red, as he plays the 26 guards Tolkovi. And on the right side we have White Eagle with the good old Eastern Front Division, with Rommel's bad boys, with the 21st Panzer. We're also bringing a really big bad boy into the field with King Tigers, but we might have to wait for them to appear as we see him playing balanced. Interesting choice of Crippling Depression playing a Vanguard deck on Gora Calvaria, as that means he really has to get one of these Pritchett secured. Let's see if he's able to do that. Yeah, 21st should work out fine. Like, I think they have a bit of a issue down here with CQC combat, so you really have to get your Panzer Grenadiers in good positions. And they have relatively slow transports mostly, but yeah. Well, they have awful blitzes as well, but yeah, like their half tracks are pretty slow, so you have to be careful with using those. And yeah, we have a couple of Chickies and some OBs coming in, so I guess the aggression will come in the north, which is a solid choice. I like it to get aggressive via this road over here. It's rushing over here seems to never work out. Rushing in here works out against the German deck if you're a Soviet, so that is possible. And then I guess like yeah, go for this and this flag, and then capturing these 3 for the victory, as he really needs 3 flags. Like the other option is this flag and these 2, or this, and this, as this road is also rushable. Especially as a Soviet against the German division. M42 coming up with 2 stars, which might be relatively deadly for those Panzer 35S and those spay wagons. Have to see about that. Guys, I need some, some what they call tempo handkerchiefs. We'll be back in a second. Okay. So yeah, let's speed it up a bit so we can go through deployment phase faster. And yeah, I'm back. Good to see a couple more guys joining. Your numbers rising at least a bit. Yeah, a lot of fast guys up here. Guardia DPs coming in here as well. Yeah, I think Panther divisions are a good pick for this map. What were the bans? Do you remember? Do you know what got banned? Sorry for those noises, guys. My cat is really killing me right now. But rather, my allergy against my cat. T-34 coming up. Yeah, like what did he ban? So you could what couldn't you pick? Like did he ban Panzer? Strafnicki SG-43. SG-43, Guardia DP. Nah, as I said, it's allergy against my cat. Also, I don't think sneezing is actually a symptom. It's all that has to do with the lung. So like coughing and like developing fever as a reaction and stuff. Okay, so let's see. Rush really seems to be the yeah. So like yeah, the rush comes completely in the north. The Crippling Divsion, relatively defensive type in the south. Some Ognomachikis over here. White Eagle tries to get there as well. Then he goes pretty deep into this territory as well. Then yeah, relatively defensive type over here. Pretty low in numbers on the north though. I don't know how this will work out, especially as the Russians are faster. So they will be up this bridge when these units unload. Yeah, people are pretty paranoid right now. I mean, it can't be too surprised by that, but yeah, still. Okay, White Eagle will be here first. And he has, I think, a good setup over here to stop this, but in the north, I'm not too certain if he can stop that, especially with an OB. I don't think he will push that. So this flag will go down, and this flag most likely as well. As both unload a bit late over here. Q-34, oh god. Q-34 coming up. A lot of Saparis and stuff over here. Crippling Divsion not reacting fast enough. Might lose a couple of them in transport, if not all. Well, gets the Ognomachikis out. Sniperi. Well, that's a frontal position for Sniperi, especially if you don't set them down this road, but this road. That was a bit optimistic by him, I think. And losing his Saperi PPSHs here in transport was a bit of a bad spot for him, as they could have sniped the 231. And yeah, flag in north falls to Crippling Divsion. Flag over here as well. But the flag over here is still standing for now. T-34 is coming up, so there needs to be a reaction of by White Eagle. He gets Panzer 4. No, 2 Panzer 4s better. Killed one T-34 over here already, I think. Just cannot see where it is. No. Maybe that's the T-34 that moved over. But good job in stopping everything down here. And he captured a flag somewhere. Oh yeah, captured this flag over here from Crippling Divsion. So it's just a 13-11 for now. Oh god, my nose is killing me, guys. And I'm really sorry for it. If it's not better now, I will have to stop for a second and then try to like take an elegy some anti-allergy stuff. Most of Harry PPSH is coming up. But yeah, I don't think he can cross the bridge anymore. Yeah, I think he lost that bridge. He has to go via this bridge and this bridge if you want to get anywhere. I think throwing in units in here is just a bit of a throw. Yeah, he just a bit too much of a throwaway now. This T-34 is dead as well. Should try to get back over here and then really try to get in over here. If he would have sent the Superior PPSHs in over here, he could have been here before these units arrived, I think. Instead, they do nothing in the south. Like, really, guys, reinforce where you're winning and not necessarily where you're losing. Like, just put some units behind that front line where you're losing. So your opponent just cannot overrun you there. But it reinforces where you're winning. Down here, the Flammenwerfers of White Eagle do a good job as well. Stopping this T-34. And remember, even though it looks kind of fine for Crippling Depression, like his trades aren't too bad, he is Vanguard versus Balance, so he has to win at a certain point, or he will not win at all. Good kill there with the IL-237. Killing it off another half track. OB over here, still engaging in the fight right here, so yeah. Crippling Depression now reinforcing the north, but by now he allowed White Eagle to have some time to get his own units in. Fucker Wolf with 250 kilogram bomb coming in. So yeah, he might capture this flag, but he needs more, as he lost 2 flags of his own now, so he needs to at least capture 3 flags. So yeah, he brings it just back to 12-12, loses the Superior PPSH actually. Loses other units in transport, and that's Strafnicki. Those units are expensive, you cannot just lose them in transport. Yeah, Defensive Force helping out. Those could get killed by T-34. But you first of all get to get there, T-34s. So yeah, that's what White Eagle should have done. Crippling Depression should have done a minute ago, or 1.5 minutes ago. Now the window of opportunity is shrinking, and shrinking fast. As yeah, White Eagle is also pouring in reinforcements over here. If these units over here don't get killed in the next couple of minutes, or like in the next minute, all these reinforcements will arrive, and then Crippling Depression will not have a window whatsoever. KV-1 coming in to help out. T-34 is moving in. Engaging the Panzer IV over here. But getting engaged by Panzer IV G actually, so the C is the wrong target. They should focus on the G, as the G is a much more deadly opponent. Thanks for the follow, Panzer 8018. Yeah, T-34 gets killed here, and that's basically Crippling's Depression push. And with that, he really has to set up one last push, I think, one last hurrah, and put everything on one card. Not pouring in more stuff in right now, but really setting one last push up, and then hoping to just overwhelm White Eagle with the 3 more minutes of more income he gets, and then just start and beat pace in 3 minutes. But basically this game is in a really bad spot for Crippling Depression. Especially with these OBs and PTR still moving in. Still trying to get over the bridge. Well, the PTRs at least gets unloaded. But yeah, more units coming in, and there's just so much anti-tank fire. OB gets killed. PTR is still moving onward, but yeah, that's Miss Micro there. Yeah, Crippling Depression really taking the wrong unit, wrong deck with the wrong income for this map. With especially what he like. I guess he could have make it work, but he focused too heavily on this section. If he would have focused on this section and this section earlier on, I think he might have made it work. But yeah, throwing in so many units in the meat grinder over here, and really it's too much stuff dying in transport for him this game. Now it's a really rough time for him. White Eagle having the river. Like the issue of I think the left side is better for rushing because you have some river crossings safe at the get-go. But if you get pushed out of the left side of the right side of the river, you're instantly at a 13-11 because this flag of you gets taken and this flag gets taken, or this flag. So you really have to get to the other side. You have it easier to the other side, but it's also that you have to get there. So I guess the rush opportunity for Crippling Depression was better on the left side, but now with the window gone, he's in a lot of trouble. He invested a lot in the south though, so he might be able to at least get to this island, but I think White Eagle has a good enough setup over here that he could reinforce it anytime and then just hold this push. I don't see this push doing too much. Yeah, Crippling Depression just threw away too many units in the north. Like, I guess if he would have sent those through here, might have been able to maybe get these 3 flags, or these 4 basically. Or something like that, but yeah. He just threw away too many units on too many spots. Now he reinforces himself, but yeah, now White Eagle does so as well. So he realizes that he's in trouble down here. And I think the off map is a good call. The off map is a really good call. This this song always reminds me of Anno. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it reminds me of Anno. But the Reaper unloading with an MG42. Like, it has this Anno epicness. It's a bit too fast for Anno, but yeah. Anno 1601 in this specific. Like, it's similar to one tune in there, I think. Much faster though. Yuck, 7B hunting down the Poké Wolf, that will not mean. IL2 on the hunt for the Panzer IV G. That should work out. But Crippling White Eagle also setting up an A-net now. So yeah, kills the Panzer IV. But would have been much more important in the north early on. If he would have had that up for killing all these Panzer IVs, then he might have been able to kill everything down here with his T-34s. But as it is right now, I don't see that happening. Yeah, has to be careful over here with his Yak 9B as well, as the Flag 41 is firing on it as well. Yeah, good off-map coming in. Poké Wolf on the hand. At least he has a status U as well, so don't see this Poké Wolf doing anything. Yeah, status U forces it back. White Eagle calls it home. So it should go home. But yeah, this off-map is good. Allows White Eagle to reinforce the south while pinning down most of the infantry units over here, taking away a lot of opportunity from Crippling Depression. Yeah, from now on, White Eagle has the better income. Fires now with artillery down here as well. Really, he only has to stop Crippling Depression dead in its track for the next 10-15 minutes. Then he can just roll him over. Superior income he gets later on in the game. Pack 38 also starting working on this KV1. Already got the loader wounded. Gets the kill. Yeah. Nikki doing a good job killing the Azatsupen, but the off-map is just too good. Crippling Depression is running right there, right into it. Yeah, now Panzer Grenadier is coming up. Panzer Grenadier leader, the tank. Yeah, with the KV-1 down, there's no tank down here for Crippling Depression. Gets up to 1311 as he captures this flag bag. Yeah, he keeps now 2 flags of White Eagle, with only White Eagle having only one of his. But 1311, that's still 31 minutes on the clock. That's still minute 44 that White Eagle has to get at least only one flag back. So one of these two, or just capture this flag. So that's not enough for Crippling Depression. He needs a 59 and he needs it badly. Another artillery coming in. Well, 1601 was really good. I mean, afterwards it was only just minor adjustments to the whole concept, right? Like, 1601 was the amazing concept, and it had it like on point from the get-go of the game. The map editor was great, all that stuff. The campaigns were good. Then yeah, each anno just like got a couple new features. Some of them being shitty, like some of the features, and that also making some of the games a bit weird. I like the new one, like Anno 1800, pretty good. But yeah, it's good because it hits the nostalgia mostly for me. Wow, White Eagle even trying to push down here now, and it might actually work out because a lot of these units are still nearly pinned down. If he hits fast, he can actually maybe surrender a couple of them. Comes in with the fucking Wolf Bomber. Yeah, that might work out. A couple of Shermans coming in as well. Interesting to see Crippling Depression trying to use this Yak 9B cluster bomber as anti-tank, as anti-air. Well, that's okay. That should get the kill. No? Oh, it shoots too far. No, it gets the kill, okay. Fuck Wolf trying to come in. Sad as you should force it back though, yeah. White Eagle gets it out. But yeah, 1601 had the best music as well, I think. The new one has pretty good music as well. And so, like, yeah, the Sherman's coming in. Pinning down the Stropnicki, so only the Guardian DP is standing down here. They will get pinned in a second as well, I guess. Leader being killed as well. So yeah, the Guardian's getting pinned. Any second now? Wow, why are they holding out so long? Getting surrendered. And that should allow White Eagle to get back to 12-12. Panzer IV over here has to be careful. Yeah, it goes down to the SU and the M42. That was a bit over eager there. Sherman's pinning down the next Guardia. Yeah, Panzer Grenadier is another trooper getting pinned down as well. Wow, FPS drop like crazy. Sorry for that, guys. Don't know why he didn't call that in earlier. The 122mm off map? Like, yeah, now it's a bit too late, I think. He brings it back to 12-12 as he captures the flag somewhere. Don't exactly know where. Well, he has the flag in north. Yeah, this channel push was a next last ditch effort kind of thing. But the 2-3-1s are pretty good in helping out. Flag 88 from back here, also engaging. KB1 is a bit annoying. And the L2 37mm might kill the Panzer IV, so that might help out with the push. Though nearly gets pinned down beforehand. At least gets the Panzer IV to fall back. So the channels can run over the bridge. Yeah, okay. All the 231s died to the M42. And the Panzer IV is also nearly dying. White Eagle really trying to catch this L2. As it dealt a lot of damage to him. A couple of Shermans and Panzer IVs now coming in. Yeah, he has the whole south secured now again. So he really has to focus on stopping Crippling's suppression push over here. Who does a good job. Gets it back to 1410. Captures this flag, and he has actually a pretty solid push here. Not the biggest fan of this off map, and it doesn't really hit much. But yeah. Needs a couple more tanks though. Oh, the KV-85 is a good choice here. It deals with Shermans and Panzer IVs. Pretty good. Good push here by Crippling Depression in the center. Even though he has had less income in the last couple of minutes, he got a good stuff going there. This White Eagle might have been a bit over-investing into the airplay. But he still has the game in an okay state, as he's not on the 59. And the longer the game goes, the less dangerous a 59 also gets, because he's ever closer to the 40-minute game. If you split the first 31 minutes in half, that's 15 minutes. If you and that's a 15-minute difference. If you split it later, it's less of a difference in time. So yeah. Buckle finally might get a kill? No. The second it's on target, the other plane disappears into the endless realms or in the parallel universe of the Eugen servers, where they get repaired by space engineers in no time and refilled and then sent back with Mach 5 back to the battlefield. White Eagle forced his way back in here. Yeah, the off map should have been on here. Now it's on here, but the first one was a bit of a waste. And the M4 killed the T-34. Or the KV... No, they killed the KV-1. But yeah, that's an important kill there. As it gives this tank superiority back to White Eagle here. And allows him to keep it at 12 health. Chernos and the KV-85 trying to get back in here. KV-85 in a direct engagement with a P4. SU-85 coming up. Together with a lot of Panzer IVs. And now we're on sea phase, so I guess it's King time, but King Tiger time, baby. Could be a bit more infantry from White Eagle. Wouldn't mind that. He's in a good off map. The 173mm off map is pretty good. Yeah, he keeps the control of his side of the river. It really contains the push of Crippling Depression, which really makes the life of Crippling Depression so much harder, because now he has 60 points less per minute. That's nearly 300. That's like, yeah, 2 infantry squads or 3 infantry squads, depending on the infantry squad, but that's like a lot less. Like, he has to kill 2 infantry squads each minute more than he loses, which is really, really tough question to ask. And then he's only even, so he basically has to kill more than 2 infantry squads per minute more to get it into his favor, which is an even tougher question to ask, because he's already behind on the field anyways, especially. And yeah, Crippling, the White Eagle is just pouring it out on the field now. Panzer Grenadiers, Pack 38, Panzer Grenadiers. I think his macro got much better compared to the early weeks. Right Eagle's macro is really good. Never slipping up on that, or like never having big slip ups on that. Always bringing in the units where he needs them, especially. Like I think that what's won him the game. It wasn't outsetting micro so far, but Crippling Depression doesn't have a good micro either. Like his both sides have solid micro, but they don't have good micro. But yeah, Crippling Depression won the first game with good macro as well, and now it's White Eagle doing the same in game number 2 so far. Crippling Depression had some cool ideas, but White Eagle just got the reinforcements there in time every time to just stop it dead in its tracks, never getting too much momentum in favor of Crippling Depression. Yeah, he has some SU-76s down here. JO-88 coming in to deal with the KV-85 issue. Well, I guess he could have also bought a King Tiger by now instead of dealing with a plane. But both should deal with that. And yeah, KV-85 goes down. Yak 9 coming in to try to kill the J-85. But yeah, without AA support and with against AA fire of the enemy, that shouldn't work out. And yeah, the JU-88 should get out there relatively easy. Yeah, Panzer engaging the channels. This song is reminding me of something as well. I don't know what game it is, though. It's something epic. But yeah, like... Maybe it's Battle of Middle-earth? No. There's nothing with that transition. But yeah. Really like the epic music of Steel Division 2. Could be a couple more tunes, but yeah. The ones we have are really good. Well, we have to give a heads up there to Eugen for picking those. Crippling Depression back to 1311. He captured 2 flags and only lost 1 flag so far. And they really reinforced the south again, and yeah, White Eagle didn't got his units into the best spots down here. So actually that looks relatively dire now here for White Eagle. But he has the income to just pour stuff in there. And Crippling Depression was a bit undecisive. Like I often say that you have to do like 1-2 punches. But its first punch was never strong enough at one point to allow the second punch to hit home. Like always the first punch was fizzling out when the second punch arrived. So White Eagle was never in a situation where he couldn't micro against Crippling Depression's attacks. B4 wanted 203mm artillery coming in, 2 of them. Bit confused why you would play them in the Vanguard deck. I think you don't want to get the game to this point, so don't get ready for this point because you really don't like rather invest in something that helps you out early on. Especially if you have an Antriyusha as well, like that's just so many costly artillery units. 150 points, 135 points. That's nearly that's 435 points that you could need in 2 units that help you out directly pushing down here, for example. Or some AA pieces that save your tanks and stuff. Like, sure, artillery is strong, and these pieces are really good artillery pieces, but they don't help you out in the short run. And you don't want to play the long run. So really, stay away from these guys. KV1 going down. Yeah, White Eagle really holding his ground here. Yeah, he lost the flag in the south, but he kept it on 12-12 long enough that it's now nearly 50 minutes that he has time to get this game back in his control. And by then he has 25 minutes of getting ahead. That's 60 income. That's 2,500 points more he has to spend. 1,500. 1,500 points more. That's a lot of points, guys. Got your DP down here. Holding the road, but yeah. Like, White Eagle really has now time to just set up his push. Then just execute it when he has the forces. Well, he doesn't want to live too long under B2 fire, B4 fire, as these things do a lot of damage. It's basically at 1/10 of an off map every time one of those shells hits, so it's 1/5 of an off shell all 20 seconds, and 2 of them fire. So yeah, basically all 1.5 minutes, one off map landed on you. That you don't want to have occur for too long. So either you counter battery them, which is an option I think for the 21st, or you just push in early enough so that it doesn't really matter. Off map now coming in from White Eagle. That's still the 173 millimeter. And yeah, he sets the same push we saw earlier. Guess he could move forward with those that's great ideas now as well. There's another off map behind here. Don't know why it's sticking back here. Like, even if it's empty, keep it at the front line, because these guys have radios. So, yeah, sure, you maybe have a worse KD if you lose it, but don't worry about your goddamn KD if it's a ranked game, or a game like this. Like, even though this thing doesn't have an MG, it can still either take fire and like show you where T-guns are, or they'll work as radio operator. So always keep these guys on the front line after they are empty. Always. And this one even has an MG, so it's helpful after all. Yeah, that's why it's using it, but I don't know why this one is sticking back here. Guess you might not want to lose it. I don't think we saw 105mm off that. But even then, keep it like here, where it can move faster to everywhere. Yeah, White Eagle now taking a flag over here, now gets it back to 13-11 in his favor. Taking down Crippling Depression. I think that's what we will see for the rest of this game. Maybe Crippling Depression being able to push it back to a 12-12, but I don't think he will be able. Like, I would really surprise if he wins the game from here on out. We're really on the back of these B4s, and White Eagle not countering them at all. But I don't see that happening. These things are now also rather fragile, with counter battery order in place and stuff. My brother and I, you guys know Magic the Gathering, the card game? Some friends and my brother and I, we're found a solution for like playing it in times of Corona. Because there are some emulators with all the cards of the game, and like you can play on virtual. Like there's also the game Magic Arena, but that is rather shitty, and you cannot play team games and stuff. And what we do is doing a pauper. That's where you can only use like shittier cards. Draft, like Draft is a game mode where you build your decks beforehand and then play with them. We play it like a rotisserie draft, where you every card that is like available, so all the cards, only available ones out of the limitation of being a pauper card. And then we draft, and everyone gets a deck. Like I pick a card, then my brother picks a card, and so on through, and then backwards. And yeah, that's this way. Everyone gets a deck together of 40 cards, and then we play. And yeah, we're looking forward to that. Playing some Magic the Gathering in times of Corona. Though it's not as good as having the card, but the real cards, the real paper in your hands. That's still fun, and it's really fun for deck building and stuff. And yeah, I enjoy deck building the most in Magic. It's not like in Steel Division 144 in Steel Division 2 where I enjoy fighting the most. Like playing is a lot of fun in Magic, but actually deck building is where the most fun lies, I think. Yeah, we're playing a draft where you play, but yeah, like a draft with all the cards available, but like all the pauper cards available. And I'm building a mono black card deck at the moment. But every card you can only pick once. So, like you cannot get a, which makes it really different to normal decks. Like you really have to think about, because you don't have every card 4 times, but only or like multiple times. Like even normal drafts, you get like your comments multiple times. But you really can have every card only once. So you have to build a good deck combo, and you cannot rely on card combos because you might not throw them together. Yeah, I'm building a mono black control deck. And White Eagle is getting the control here as well to get back into this game. Coming in with 1410. If you want to do something similar with your friends playing Magic, the emulator we use is called Cockatrice. It's for free, and all the cards are in there, and it's pretty easy to play with it. So yeah, Cockatrice, like the bird kind of thingy. Really good emulator for Magic. Having all the cards updated and stuff. White Eagle here coming in with M4s. Killing some Guardian DPs. Black 41s. Yeah, the Flag 41s save the air game here for White Eagle. Like, yeah, take a lot of power out of Crippling Depression's air games, especially with the IL-2s. Can still use them over here though, as there's no A just here yet. But yeah, White Eagle is now up to 59, and yeah, Crippling Depression is just falling apart here, slowly but surely. Which means this series should end in a tie, which is actually good for Gensei. Like, it's good for White Eagle for sure as well now, to have one more point. Which gives him the chance to end up in front of Gensei, but Gensei also now needs less points to get first place. And he's only 2 points behind White Eagle, so he only needs 1 win to get in front of White Eagle. And even if he gets 2 ties in his last 2 games, because he still misses 2 games, he is still at least, he gets still ahead of White Eagle because he won the direct fight. So yeah, overall, good result for Gensei. Not so good, like Crippling Depression is still at first place at the moment, so he still has chances for that. But overall, not the best result for him. Though he won against Gensei, so if they end up in the same result, he would still get first place. But if we win here, his chances of getting first place would be much better. Under Yusha and B-Force, but yeah, the amount of forces here for Crippling Depression is just so limited. Don't know why he brings in the Ice one only now. Like, this unit is so amazing in the early game. Bringing in it in minute 35 is such a waste. Just such a strong tank, especially if there's no King Tigers for 21st. And now there's King Tigers. So yeah, now it's pretty much countered. And that in its tracks. In the early game, it would have been amazing. Under Yusha getting some good kills here. But it doesn't really matter. Like, maybe White Eagle runs out of cards at some point, but yeah, actually, but pretty sure the deck of Crippling Depression should be thinner, as he plays the Vanguard deck. and isn't supposed to get into C phase. Yeah, the amount of armored units in the north of White Eagle is just overwhelming. One SU against three Panzer IVs, three Panzer IVGs, one Panzer IVC, and the Panther 35. Couple ISUs and SUs here, but yeah, they cannot really be aggressive either. Especially with the Flak 41 with still 17 AP shells left. Panther 4 actually forcing back the IS-1. Even this is not working out together with the Fucker Wolves. Good use of the amount of air units. A bit overwhelming here by White Eagle. Like, yeah, he's playing a bit too safe, maybe even. But yeah, can't really blame him. He got this game, and yeah, he's just now making sure he doesn't lose it. It doesn't throw it any way possible. And yeah, killing off the air units of Crippling Divsion, so yeah, securing his air superiority even more. Killed one ZSU down here already, so yeah, the air, there's no AA against him down here. IS-1 surely but slowly gets loaded with. And yeah, Crippling Divsion surrenders. And you can't blame him for that. And yeah, White Eagle with a superior kill death ratio here. Really, really good kill death ratio. And yeah, White Eagle 3,600 kills. Crippling Divsion 1,945. Yeah. That means these two guys tie. So let's see what the table says. What Gensei needs to do to get ahead of them. Oh, that's my Magic fantasies, guys. Don't get in. If you're not in Magic yet, don't get involved. It's time consuming. So yeah, it's the best card game out there. If you want to play a good card game, play Magic. If you don't want to, but yeah, it's dangerous. So that means we have a tie here. Yeah, at 9 and 8 points. So yeah, Gensei only needs 2 points to get ahead of White Eagle. And he has still games to play against Vincent and against Maxwell ND. So yeah, hopefully he can do that. As he said, he had some signs of coronavirus, but I think he's through it by now, he said. So yeah, hopefully he can play out of this isolation, out of Switzerland. Yeah, also guys, don't know if you saw it, but there's a multiplayer campaign going on. Gensei is also organizing together with Primus Pillars. And yeah, there was a announcement video by Party Elite. Yeah, if you want to know more about it, watch this video. It's a pretty cool idea of a multiplayer campaign. Yeah, get in touch with them. Watch their YouTube link in the channel now. And yeah, if you want to see all the brackets, type !bracket in chat. If you want to support us via Matcherino, because you think this is an amazing tournament and Solution should be more competitive and should maybe become an esport one day in the bright future. Consider supporting this lovely tournament via Matcherino. For the link, type !Matcherino in the chat. And if you want to see all previous games that were casted on YouTube, and you want to see the VOD list, type !VODs in the chat to get there. To see this lovely page with all the YouTube videos linked and all the games from Division 1 down to Division 4. And also the episodes of General Launch, our podcast talking about Steel Division, Angry Bird, me, and a couple of other guys every week so far, or nearly every week. And yeah, for that, we will take a short break now. We'll send you guys into an advertisement break. And then we will turn with Yadris versus Mr. Thomas. Yeah, Yadros versus Mr. Thomas from Division 2. Okay, guys, we return to Yadros versus Thomas, game number 1, which is also a pretty decisive game. As if we go in over here and into group number 2, Yadros needs some points here. Is at the moment he's only at the 4th spot. Same points with Curbs, but think he lost against Curbs? No. No, he didn't lose against Curbs. But he tied against him. So yeah, he really needs to win here to get above Curbs. And yeah. Also eliminate the chance to land behind Gaspar. Because if Gaspar has to play Curbs in his last game. So if Curbs if Yadris only ties here, Gaspar could overtake him as well. Thomas is out for sure, but yeah, Yadris really needs to win here. He will land behind Seandor because his loss was against that. No, his loss was against. Wait, he won against Seandor, so he might actually get second place if he wins here. Because that would put him on 8 points as well. That would be wild. Because look, a long time like Seandor would take first place, but now Jack is there. Who lost against Seandor? Yeah, but yeah, Jack is now at first place. Seandor actually might only get third place. Yeah, the top 3 in both of these groups. Like the top 4 here actually, like the top 3 over here also look really good, wild and really good. Yeah, let's return into the game. So yeah, now you know what's at stake, and yeah, we will talk now about who is playing here. Because on the left side in red we have Yadris with the 84th, and on the right side in blue we have Chavez Thomas with the 352nd Infantry in blue. So Axis versus Allies, no mirror match here. We are on not pressed. What's it called again? On the west side of the map, basically. Oh no, on the normal. That's I forgot the name of the map. Kursk? No, it's not Orsha. It's what area is this again? Damn, forgot the name of the map. Anyone in chat can help me out? Would be nice of you. Also good to see the numbers of viewers rising. Hello to everyone who just arrived. For example, Fruitlord, Time to Collision, Ox626F79, and all the others. Consider following the channel if you like Steel Division. We bring out the best competitive games. With not the best commentary, but yeah. You gotta live with me. And yeah, if you have any feedback for me, any like productive feedback that I could use to improve the quality of the streams, let me know. Always interested in getting this stuff better for you guys as well. Like some mistakes I do in casting with the some stuff I might miss out on and stuff like that. Things I could talk about previously before starting the game. But yeah. Let's speed it up again actually, so we don't have to sit through the whole deployment phase for too long. And rather can see how this game goes on. It's actually Sylvester Thomas with a really interesting income here. He playing V for victory. Really interesting choice there. Yadris with Vanguard on the other side, so really heavy income advantage in A and B phase. Like, yeah, both 30 points in A, 30 points in B, so 600 points ahead. And the end of B phase. So Sylvester Thomas really has to hold against that. We want to have a chance for victory here. And then strike back in C phase. Let's see if he's able to do that. And if he can put a dent in Yadris' hopes of advancing out of this group. Thanks for the follow, Mrs. Medieval. Good to have you. Yeah, also, if any one of you has a good GIF I could use for followers and for another one for subscriptions, that would be really nice. I tried to work around that a bit yesterday, but somehow the GIFs I tried to use didn't work out. Like also, yeah, maybe someone who has experience with Twitch would be really helpful if someone of you could help me out there. So yeah, it's both sides relatively aggressive actually. Smoke usage of Yadris to get in here. Gemstone actually wants to get in here, which is an interesting choice. Don't think he will get there actually. But getting the Sishirungs through the smoke would be nice. Okay, no, he stopped going there. But yeah, because now the Sishirungs get engaged by the Ognomachikis directly, and that might end badly for them. Might kill the Guardians though before they unload. Okay. Moves the Flammenwerfers over here. That's a bit wasted, I think. You never need them over here. Would have been better to have them over here. It's his other Flammenwerfers and his Sicherungs get killed. Have to be careful about his Grenadiers here as well. Then also now get engaged by the Guardians. And the bomber of Ayadros should secure the push here. Good smoke usage of here, down here as well, being able to kill the Panhard. Grenadiers in the direct fight with Automachikis and now both in the building, so that should be easy for the Automachikis to win. More Sicherungs and more Panhards coming up. Try to get this area back. In the north, it's a relatively stalemate battle. The Yadris has good units here as well. I think it's a bit overkill to get the Jagdpanzer that early on. I think you want to buy this as a reaction to 84 IS-2s. You don't want to bring it on too early, because it can die to a lot of stuff. But it can kill IS-2s. So yeah, you don't... But it doesn't only die to IS-2s, so you don't want to have the chance of losing it before the IS-2s hit the field and then being unable to counter those. I'd rather buy it reactionary, as it's also a pretty expensive unit. With 140 points. Like, it's only slightly cheaper than the IS-2. But it's really good at killing them. Ooh, it's a big gun. Grenadiers down here, again running into Automachikis. And yeah, another Grenadier squad going down there. I think Sebas Thomas needs some artillery to deal with this down here, but yeah, the trades are not going well for him. Jagdpanzer gets fought back. And this is going pretty badly for him so far. Hope he can recover. There's a couple of Grenadiers down here. That might be a good kill here on the T-34 in a second. Mr. Stuk should win that duel. Especially supported by the Speerwagen. No! The Stuk actually gets killed. Oh no, that's unlucky here. That's really unlucky. Ah, might lose the Panhard over here as well. Nope. Okay, kills the M42 then. Yeah, kills the M42. So that's actually at least a good kill. It loses the other Panhard over here to the T-34. So yeah, this T-34... that start for Sebas Thomas, and then he also gets unlucky. Really bad times for him now. And dire needs here. T-34 also kills this Panhard over here, so now he's without any heavy units down here. Would like to see the Jagdpanther moving down, as it's really wasted up here, engaging M42s. Yeah, he's reinforcing over here, but he really needs stuff down here much more. Some artillery, some stuff. The Grenadiers with Panzerfaust now got pinned down in the open, as nothing is there to stop the T-34 from doing that. And yeah. Stravnicki's engaging over here onto the Grenadiers. T-34 firing on the Grenadiers. PE-3 coming in. Bombs landing. Yeah, this really looks bad for Sebas Thomas. At least Yadris also pinned down his own Guardians here. But yeah. Stuk now finally might get the kill. Or is it even actually engaging? Yeah, it's engaging the T-34. Okay, gets finally the kill on T-34. Re-entering it Stuk before. But yeah, the air control is in Yadris' hands. He has a lot more infantry. He has so much more income for the next couple of minutes. Well, like, not the next couple of minutes, but for the next 15 minutes. Yeah, his trades are already better. I think they will only will get from bad to worse for Sebas Thomas. Might be able to push in the north though, but there's a T-34 already coming up to try to prevent any breakthroughs. That should deal with this Panhard on this range. Don't think the Panhard will be able to penetrate it on this distance. Yeah, it's only at 7 rounds per minute. Yeah, it's totally collapsing for him in the south already. Yadro's really playing a solid game down here. Another bombing run coming in. Killing the OB. That was a good kill there by Sebas Thomas. Trying to kill the PE2 as well. Close, close, close. He's directly behind it. Doesn't get the kill yet, but the Flak 41 actually might be able to do it. Yes, this PE2 is really trailing Flag Smoke. Nope. Hit doesn't land, and the ME109 shouldn't be fast enough to catch up. Stuck over here in a battle with another M42, but yeah, there's just so much infantry now for Yadros, so don't see a way for Sebas Thomas to get back in here anytime soon. But yeah, he really needs to hold this flag, and he needs to get back and do this flag best as well, but because he needs to get into C phase. That's where his advantage is. He doesn't have a chance to win this game early on, but he needs to get at least one flag back. This will be hard to do. Because his push in the north also gets bogged down slowly. And there are T-34s everywhere. Yadro is really investing a lot into his northern flank now. The infantry push here from Sebas Thomas also got bogged down. He traded relatively well here, but there's just so many reinforcements for Yadro, stopping him from getting anywhere. Yeah, the south went horrible for Thomas. Otomachiki is arriving together with some rocks to also prevent any chances for Thomas to break through in the north. Really solid play by Yadros. Good push on the south. Really like the usage of smoke he got. Sebas Thomas a bit of misplacement here. If the Flammenwerfers would have been here, I think he might have been able to at least hold the Yadros back here, and then he could have maybe dealt with this easily. And then he also got unlucky. Like, you really have to say, the T-34 killing a Stug, always in 1v1, always unlucky for the Stug, which for sure has the better chances to win that engagement. The better, like, if you see the like accuracy-wise, I guess they're both pretty much the same. No, they are like they have better accuracy. They have the same rate of they have like Stug has better accuracy, better rate of fire, and better armor penetration. So yeah, all the dice chances, like all the statistics are in favor of the Stug, but yes, the statistics ain't what win you the battles by themselves. And now another Stug went down as the IS-2 came up, killing it. And that engagement is really clear cut, because the Stug doesn't even stand a chance penetrating the IS-2 on long range. Even on close distance, it's minimal. Yeah, I'm looking forward looking for opportunity for Thomas to get it back to 14-10, but I don't see any. And with this game not getting back to a 14-10, I don't see a chance for Thomas to win this game. Because he really needs that safe C-phase, guys. He really needs those 210 income. But he will not get it. Good bombing run there again. Killing the mortar most likely. Yeah, Yadros didn't move that fast enough. So the bomber killed that. Like, if you see a bomber, you basically want to move it in one direction. And then before the bomb drop, like when the bomb drops, move it in the other direction so that the bomber pre-aims into the moving path. And then you run away as far as possible in the other direction. So you're as far away, like basically get double the distance, because it's the moving path plus the path you run. Then you go away from the bomb. But that's easier said than done because you don't see the bomb. But that's basically how you counter that. Like moving into one direction, like the other way is moving before, like with IS-2s that have acceleration speed and stuff, like tanks. want to move into like you want to start moving after the bomb dropped, so you at least get away from it because it takes a while till they shift direction. Though it's pretty fast actually, but yeah, that's basically how you do it. Well, he had the Yak Panther, but he lost it by now. As I said, you want to buy it reactive, but now he cannot afford the Yak Panther. But yeah, now Yadris is getting AA as well. So yeah, Jarvis Thomas, he cannot afford anything. He is just so low on income now. He's only has 90 income. It's basically nothing. And he's really hurting here. And even if he kills the tanks, he cannot deal with the infantry either. Like investing into tanks, into your heirs means that you can even invest into less infantry, and he loses the infantry engagement so badly as well. Gets back to 1410 actually. That's good for him. Got set. Yeah, that's what he needs. But now he took him too long. I don't know how long he can hold that actually. But yeah, that's what he needed. But it might not be. Yeah, it shouldn't be like even now. That might not be enough because yeah, that's only 4 minutes of like that's not 4 minutes, but like yeah, 6 minutes into to C phase, and I don't think that will give him enough income either to get back into this game. Though we have to see. Like Iadris really wants to get it back to 15-9. But yeah, even if he doesn't get it back there, both sides really using the airplay well here. Looks like he might get the kill on assist 3 here. Yeah, gets the kill on assist 3. Good kill there. Those Flak 41 over here is hurting. Gets caliber of 20mm. Yeah, he has a relatively solid setup now down here. Don't know what this is. Okay, this is directly firing. The 155mm. Slow fire rate with only 3 per minute. But when it fires, this is the even bigger boom, I think, than an IG-33. So direct fire, yeah, this does a lot of damage. Helping out the Volksdeutsche. So yeah, it would be nice if he could get back in here. Maybe, yeah, it's hard with the ice tube up here, but yeah. 1410 helps him out quite a bit already. So Shivas Thomas is fighting back here, not giving up. And yeah, Iadris now has to find another way to try to get it back. Emmy 109, I think, got a kill there as well, which was pretty good for Shivas. Is also pretty good for Shivas Thomas. As he got rid of the AA in the north. Don't know how actually. But yeah, in the south now there are 237 mils. Yak 1 now directly engaging the ME109. Don't know if that's what the Yak 1B wants to do. But he got rid of the Flak 41 at least, so yeah, he might win the war. Yeah, ME109 gets pinned down, and the Flak 20mm also start to get pinned down. So the Yak 1B doesn't get damaged as fast. Ooh. Falls it back now. That the right amount of time for the ME109 to turn around as well. Which flies 520 km per hour, so it's relatively fast. But yeah, it's slowly but surely catching up, but it shouldn't be enough. No. Volksdeutsche moving forward. Ice 2 not stopping them just yet. And it gets fired upon now by the 155mm artillery. Which is not hitting yet though. Shivas Thomas trying to capture hold some flags in the north, but yeah, now Iadris tries to go for this flag. And he also might get this flag back in a second. As the Stuk wasn't able to help out against the Stavnikis. Falls back to Stuk. Yeah, should allow the Stavniki to push over here, and then the other Stavniki capture even more territory. And yeah, 59 is would be so bad for Shivas Thomas. Because that would mean 20 minutes, and then it's finished. And he really needs that C phase. So he needs to get in here. He needs to capture this flag. Tries to reinforce in the center. As yeah, he sees the issue of the channels arriving. Gets a bailout on the T-34 over here. P2's coming in, and yeah, that's another flag. That's the 59. And every second that it's a 59 means that even if Sebastian Thomas got it back to only one tick rate, it means less seconds for him in C-phase that he has in C-phase to get it back into his favor. Less minutes of income that he has ahead of Iadris. That he is ahead of Iadris. Yeah, he cannot beat Safari Rocks and CQC. So yeah. Sylvester Thomas, good fighting afterwards. After the early engagement. But the early engagement was just too bad for him. So yeah, Iadris really taking the lead and not giving it away afterwards anymore. Guess he could have reacted a bit faster to the Stuk. But it's now 16-8. And yeah, 4 minutes. And the Iadris even gets more ahead by income. So yeah, he's nearly now 600 points ahead. And that's just so much income. And yeah, Thomas didn't trade it effectively enough. We actually might be seeing Iadris getting up to 18.6 in a second here. Good airplay of Sylvester Thomas. But yeah, good artillery play down here, I think, as well. Not too bad. But yeah, the early engagements down here really cost him the game. And then the income just doesn't allow for mistakes like that to happen. V for Victory is a weird income. I think it's cool that Sylvester Thomas tried it out. But I think it hurt him here more than it helped him. Guess only normal balanced income might have been better here. Fox, Deutscher, and Pioneers engaging the Automat Chicky over here. Now getting pinned down by the Ice 2 though. I think V for Victory is a great income against Balanced. Well, not a great, but a good income against Balanced. But yeah, against Vanguard, you really have to be good on what you're doing to keep it on. And actually, basically you have to be better than your opponent, then every income is good. Like, I don't think it's good income against Vanguard. Or like, at least you have to be a super solid defensive player to make it work. I still like it more than Juggernaut though, as Juggernaut just... Like, the disadvantage you have in A-phase is just so bad. Like, having the disadvantage later on is okay, because you can have a solid defensive line by then. And like, they have the same income till the end of B-phase then overall, but yeah, Juggernaut is only catching up later. So yeah, I think the 300 points you have more on A-phase help out pretty good in getting a better defensive setup. So yeah, Juggernaut I think would have been even worse in this game, but it's still not good. And yeah, you see the lack of AA, he cannot afford and stuff like this really tries to hunt him. Well, against Balance, it's kind of like the same that is Vanguard versus Maverick. Like, you have the advantage in A, then you fall behind in B phase, and then you get ahead in C phase again. Kind of the same. And I like that, being ahead early on and being ahead later on. And only having to hold up in the middle, and your enemy like really has to push in B phase, and you know that. Like, that's good. like forcing your opponent into a B push. It's pretty good. Well, so does Maverick against Vanguard. Like, it's nearly the same difference. No, it's actually smaller than Maverick versus Vanguard, but you also get a bit less ahead in A phase. So, yeah. I don't think it's too bad. Like, I really think V for Victory can make work against Balance pretty well. It's like for sure death against Maverick, like having 90 income less in B phase, being 900 points behind in the end of B phase is just so bad. But against Vanguard, you really have to be like if you're the best, if you're a super good defensive player, I guess you could make it work. Yeah, Thomas didn't show the best defensive play we saw yet, and that's why he loses here. He played a good game, I think, but yeah, the income just kept him holding back here from achieving more. And yeah, that's game number 1. The others one step closer to advancing out of this group. As he at least have 6 points safe now. And yeah, 4,000 points versus 1,465 points in kills. So yeah, he traded there quite a bit more effectively. But it was also because he got ahead. Like, yeah, you see the chronology. Yeah, you see that. That's just real bad for Sylvester Thomas. That really cost him the game up here. And then Stoke and the T-34 killing Stoke and the Panhard were the nail in the coffin, basically. Then the Yak Panther dying for them to an M42, and it's GG. But yeah, I hope he does better in game number 2, as we will jump into that in a second. Yeah, we'll go in a short ad break. We'll do some sport to keep my body going, to be an active caster afterwards again. So yeah, here we return, guys, into Thomas versus the others. the other game. Game number 2. And we are on Krupa. We see this map so often. Don't know why people don't ban this map. Like, I like the other river maps really more than like Gor Calvaria and stuff. Where you have more bridges, I favor this about this map because just these three river crossings are just such a pain in the ass. And so we see on the left side Iadris this time with the Soviet units. This time it's 26 guards Stolkovi though, not the 84th, but a good division again. On the right side we have Sylvester Thomas with the Lovesh. Saw them earlier in Crippling Impressions and doing really good work there. Let's see if they can work out as well for Thomas in this one. He is playing flatline against the Vanguard of Iadris. So yeah, it's slight advantage for Iadris and then slight disadvantage in B and C phase. But relatively close income overall through the game. We will speed up a bit so we get faster through the deployment. Yeah, remember guys, Iadris needs a win to be pretty much safe through to the playoffs. If he only gets a tie, both Curbs and Gaspar could get ahead of him. Thomas is sure out of the group, but he could still try to get. He will still try to get the win here to put a dent into Iadris' run. The Sharrock's over here. Some 40M. Some more Flamers. And yeah, a lot of Turans. I think both divisions are pretty high tier divisions. In the tier list. Would put 26 a bit above Lovesh. Especially since the amount of off-map claims they got a bit nerfed from hilarious numbers to good numbers. Or like normal numbers of off-map planes. It's still a good off-map. So yeah. It's still a good plane for an off-map as well. As it's relatively fast. But yeah, we will have to see how this works out. If someone can make good use of that, and if he can stop the KV-1s and IS-1s and KV-85s of Iadris. A goddamn long deployment phase here. 11 minutes already. Don't think that's one of the longest deployment phases we ever saw. Yeah, Iadris trying to rush over the river in the south. Bring in the mortars this time again. Not unloading it too early this time though. And yeah, that's actually where Sylvester Thomas is the weakest. I guess he thinks about the rush in the north the most. Feels that the most, and that's usually where the rush comes. And yeah, it looks like for him like that again because he lost one flag here already. But that's only because the Ognios are faster. And no, actually because also Iadris tries to get over there. But yeah. Ognios in the south also get over the river. Yeah, they outnumber the Flamers of the West Thomas again. They unload in time. So he gets the flag in the south. Up to 1410 already now. Gets a couple of Fujaroks though in. Don't know what. Okay, he's like smoking against an AT gun over here. There's no AT gun there. Automachiki coming in now as well. First Flamer gets killed. Turan killing one Flamer, and the other one gets surrendered though. So 2 Ognos going down already. Against 1 Flamer. 1 Flamer being damaged. So yeah, Iadris sitting at 1410. Wants to get further ahead though. OT-34 gets the kill on the Turan. Good kill there. They're pretty good. I think that's an issue for like the worst weakness are a lot of T-34s. I think they're, for example, pretty weak against Polish because Polish has as good infantry and like wins the tank engagement hands-on because T-34s just overwhelm Turans. Or not overwhelm, but just outclass them. And like outclass them in a way that they do it cost efficiently. Like Turans are good against stuff like Tigers and stuff. Like fine against stuff like Tigers because Tigers are super expensive to buy to deal with them. But T-34s are cheap. They're like nearly as cheap. Like they're only 10 points more expensive. And just win most of the engagements against Turans easily. I guess the normal, yeah, those are 15 points, so those are totally are pretty cheap. But yeah, the Turan 2s don't win the against them, and yeah. L2's coming in the north, trying to deal with the 40M. Oh boy, what happened? Why did the viewer number now drop down that low for game number 2? What did I do, guys? OT-34 over here engaging the Hujaroks, trying to pin them down. M42 good against Turans as well. Yeah, killing them up here as well. Ugnos not capturing the flag though, even though a lot of units here got pinned down and they like get this corridor. It's just slightly off the flag, so if he would keep this flag, that would be a 59, that would be what the Yadris really wants here, I guess. But he doesn't get there. JU-88 in engagement with IL-2s. So far only the back gunners of both sides engage each other. And West Thomas actually gets it back to 12-12 as he moves with infantry over here, over the river. Yak 9B now, Yak 9 coming in now, trying to get behind the JU. Should get there in a second, and yeah, opens fire now, and doesn't shoot it down. So close. Another JU-88 coming in. Wait, those are all back gunners, right? Yeah, those are turrets. So I don't know what West Thomas tries to achieve here. Don't know if he realizes that those things don't have frontal armor. Because he sent it on a hunting mission onto the Yak 9. But yeah, he wins the engagement down here, and now the OT-37 gets killed as well. As it has 10 less frontal armor than normal T-34s. Yeah, that's 26 is a division with not too many T-34s, so you. But they have KV-1s, which are also pretty good against Taldis and Turans. M42 here on the way to kill the Taldi. Yeah, Taldi goes down. But the infantry is a bit of a problem now for Yadris. Tries to pin them down and kill them with Ognos and Automachikis. Which might work out, or like looks like it works out now. There's another Ogno there, though. But yeah, Automachiki coming in to surrender Hujaroks. Yeah, can surrender the Hujaroks. Now engaging the Hujar Golyo Zorks, which are not the greatest infantry units in CQC. And Automachikis are pretty good in CQC, so they get annihilated. They're only killing one Automachiki. More Hujaroks coming in. West Thomas not playing to the strengths for his infantry units, but he just wanted to capture a flag, I guess. It's back to 12-12. As yeah, these flags are still not taken by Yadris. I would like to see some artillery of him. They're only pouring in more infantry units. And yeah, moving out Automachikis over the open is always a bit of a risky move. Mortar fire coming in now. Yeah, both sides trading a lot of units. Stavniki now coming in to try to push in the north, together with an IS-1. Yeah, this time we see the IS-1 earlier. Crippling Depression prodded in a bit too late in the game he lost against the White Eagle. Yeah, all these Stavniki coming in should be able to deal with that. Guardians over here capturing a flag, so he just back to 13-11. But he needs a bit more than that. Ju-88 D5 coming in with cluster bombs. Yeah, the T-34 has to be careful. Engages 2 Jarox, yeah, that gets cluster bombed and yeah, it should go down. As do the Automachiki. Another OT T-34 coming in. Would like to see some AA of Yadros in the north. That's where he wants to push, but if his IS-1 gets killed by a Ju-85 cluster bomber, yep, this set is you. M15 is what we need. Because he wants to cross this river, but he cannot cross the river if his IS-1 is dead. Like a ZSU and some artillery is what we need here. Some mortars. And then something to stop the push in the south. Okay, he loses this flag and it's back to 12-12. Couple more Hujaroks. Huja Golyosu coming up. Seems like Superstone likes to use them in combos. This artillery fires a bit off position. Then its Guardias gets forced out of here. Don't actually know who wins between Stavnikis and Hujar Golyozog. Guess it's the Stavniki. Though the Hujars have, because they have 4 men more, so the Hujars have the 12 FGs, which are pretty good rifles. IS-1 gets its leader knocked out by the heat shells with the 40M. IL-237 coming in, not getting any kills though. Second one coming in, dropping its bombs onto the 40M over here, which would be a good kill if it gets a kill. I don't know if the 100 kilogram bombs are able to do that. They achieve it, so that's good. Yeah, he gets the flag back down here, but he loses the flag over here, so it's back to 12-12. And yeah, Stavniki engaging Hujar Golyorks. It seems like the Hujars are winning though. And with the Stavniki pinned down over here, that might be 2 expansive squads to lose. You get both of these pinned down. Yeah, first one gets surrendered. Second one not falling back just yet. And yeah, if these guys get surrendered, that would be real bad. 80 points down the sewer. A couple of KV-85s coming up in the middle now, as we are in B phase now. But yeah, from now on, Sivas Thomas gets a bit more income. At the moment it's 10 more income per minute. In C phase it's 20 more income. Yeah, another D5 coming in. And yeah, losing the Stavniki was so expensive. He still has a couple of Stavniki in the north, which is good, but he doesn't have anything to support them there. He keeps a marker for artillery onto the 40mm. Yeah, the D5 doing a good job, killing its second tank down here. Which would actually allow the Toldies to cross the river. Because of some Turan 2s coming up. Yak Panzer 38 coming up as well, I guess, to deal with the IS-1. And yeah, Yadris doesn't get the ground he wants to. Always close to the flags in the north. Also in trouble down here. Shouldn't move out with his Automachikis again. I hope he learned his lesson. Not trying to run to Hungarian infantry with those. Good call on transport up here. Would like to see these infantry units moving forward as well. Gets back to 1311. This EI is one seems to be always unlucky. Second time it gets its shooter knocked out before it gets the kill. Finally aims again, but still doesn't get the kill, so it has to reload. KV1 coming up. KV85's in the middle, not moving just yet, which might be a bit of a missed opportunity. Losing the ZSUs would hurt badly. Yeah, loses the ZSU, so window of opportunity is back open for the Ju-87 down here. This KV1 right, it's too late. Kills it all, you know, but yeah, this KV-81 is in danger. If the ZSU would have survived and fighters would be in the air, chances are Thomas doesn't send in his Ju-87. Yeah, he somehow clinches onto those two flags for like forever. Keeps it on the 12-12. Really good play by him. And the address tries to go pretty much all in into the middle. 120 points there invested into 3 channels. Or not all in, but like, yeah, heavy investment into the middle. 6 channel squads rolling up. Yak 9 turning around over here. Shot frame drop there. IL-2 37 coming in with its bombs onto the Jarox. Gets the pin, so the automatically should get the surrender. They're moving away from it. Unlucky there. Somaviki rocks get the surrender over here though. So at least that happens. A couple of Terrans moving up with a couple more Jaroks. Yeah, KV-85 gets killed. Another Ju-87 cluster bomber coming up. And its ZSU over here died as well. And then the plane going down actually over here. Did the Ju-88 actually shut that down? That would have been... That was... Did Ju-88 just shut down a fighter plane? And oh my god, yeah, this Ju-87 getting double kill on the KV-1 and the IS-1. So now it's basically all in for Yadris. He needs to make something happen in this middle. And he lost so much on both flanks now. There's another ZSU up over here. Yak 1 trying to engage. Yeah, these Ju-88s are just real annoying for him. Another D5 over here. With 250 kilogram bombs on the hunt as well. Jabastan is really trying to make his guys work as fighters. Hunting down, making the hunter the hunted. Yeah, he captures the flag over here. Captures 2 flags down here, so it's actually a 15-9 now for sure as Thomas. And this is really bad news for Yadra's chances of advancing. Gets a lot of channels surrounded down here. And yet going from bad to worse for Yadris. Jabastan is really making this push work. Showing that there's a reason why he is in Division 2. Even if he goes out in last group of his division, he goes out in style. Ending the season most likely with a victory here. KV-85 moving up. Ju-87 coming in with some bombs. Will it get the kill? We don't know yet. Nope, but it gets to fall back, and yeah, all the channels are going gunned down. And yeah, Lovish showing again that it's a really strong division. And underrated by a lot of guys, because yeah, it doesn't have the big boys. Doesn't have too many fancy units, but it has a lot of cool units and a lot of cost-effective units. If you combine them, you get a 59 on Krupa. Before C-Phase with straight line against balanced. against a really strong deck that is 26 Gods Kobe. But yeah, good usage of his airplay by James Thomas. Good usage of his infantry here, and a bit of misplay here by Ariadis, a bit over aggressiveness. That really cost him here, and that might cost him the spot in the playoffs. As afterwards, there's only one game left in this group, and that is between those two rivals for this third spot. That are Curbs and Gaspar. KB85 coming around the corner over here. Some channels coming up as well. KB85 gets the kill. Nice. Turan gets shut down. JO87 coming up to kill another KB85. The other one already went down, so yeah. Yadras in a world of hurt here. In a world of pain. Getting hunted down by the Ujaroks everywhere. Jibas Thomas really tries to show that he's a good player and that he has a force to reckon with. Even though he couldn't get a win so far this season. Well, like, he couldn't get a win this season. At least this might be his third tie. That's not a bad record. JO88 going down over here. Finally, those getting dealt with by Yadris, but they did so much work. And yeah, Yadris, even with good airplay, and I think by now this is an unrecoverable position. Lost so many of his tanks, and he has he has 5 infantry squads basically on the map. Those he has like 8 against like 25, 30 on the side of Jibas Thomas, and 1 KV85 against a shit ton of Turans, a lot of AA pieces now, a lot of Bofors guns, shooting down planes as well. JU88 escapes over here. IL-2's coming in, but those are IL-237s, you don't want to use them only as bombers. Actually, you want to use them as tank destroyers first and as bombers second. Bit of misplay there by Yadris. Channels getting killed. Oh god. LG hitting again. On my end. Sorry. Yes, Smith Thomas goes up to an 18-6 here. Really good game by him. Really dismantling Yadris' push here. And yeah, Yadris, who's won his last game against Seander, that kept his dreams alive of advancing, now really has to fear dropping out of this league. Of this season of the league. And yeah, surrenders here. And that means we have a tie between Thomas and Yadris. And yeah, really clean-cut victory here by James Thomas with a 2-1 victory. 2-1 kill rate, or even better. Better than a 2-1 kill rate. Really good play there by Thomas. And that brings us to... brings us here. We have only one game to be played. Against Gaspar and Curbs. Gaspar said we will see when and how this game will be played, or if it will be played even. If it not get played, we have to find a solution. We will work on that. Because Gaspar said he might not be able to play. Like he said, he couldn't play last week. Don't know if he will be able to play next week. But yeah, that leaves us with only this game to be played. And then Group A, it's also only one game to be played. As we had another game there played, so it's only one game 5 week there to be played. As well as Go 1 against Scout Spirit there. which means we have this setting unique already saved through, and then metal phase above Gove as you want to direct, and Scout Spirit not having any chances to catch up. So this is basically the standing. So even if the last game wouldn't be played, we have to save standing safe. But it would be cool to see Scout Spirit maybe trying to get a victory out of unique. But yeah, the Division 2 really was really, really competitive. Like Jack losing his game week 1 game, or his first game he played, and then really turning it up, cranking it up to 11. Now Yadris with 6 points. It's just ever so slightly ahead. I think if it's a tie, I don't know how it ends then. But yeah, pretty cool to see everyone nearly finished. Due to Corona, we will have one more week. Otherwise, this would be the last day. But we gave everyone a bit more time because of Corona and everyone having to adjust to it. So yeah, hopefully we have all games played by next week. And yeah, we'll end the stream now. We'll go into one last ad break, so we get a couple more cents into the prize pool of the season. And yeah, hope to see you all again.